Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Bopdbeauty. You can also call me Jayla. And today I want to show you guys how I get a really pretty, like, monochromatic, blushed, toned looking eyeshadow glam. Yeah, let's just get into it, okay? So I'm gonna start with my e.l.f. concealer. This is the 16-hour Camo concealer. I'm gonna hold it up right here. Booyah. This is in the shade Tan Sand, and I like to prime my eyes with this. Just a little bit of it, and you see on my skin tone, it's actually really bright. Very, 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 very bright. And I like to blend it in with my finger. Then I like to take my beauty blender, beauty sponge. It's not a blender, that's like name brand. This is by L'Oreal. And I like to just do that. And then I like to take a little powder. So this is a e.l.f. highlighting brush, but I use it as a powder brush. And I take just any powder really, but this is Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot, shade Banana Deep. Oh crap, maybe it's not gonna, that's good enough. There we go. Okay, and I like to take this and I just set really just the tops of the eye, not all over the lid, but just the tops of my eye, so that the top half is blending. It's gonna blend really well. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M504. That's the stick. And this is the brush. It's very, very fluffy. Very, very fluffy. Love it. And now I'm gonna take, this is the Morphe 35G Bronze Goals. I can't read. Bronze Goals palette. And I actually took this and I took guard tape because I was trying to get the names. I want to get the names. I've had this palette quite some time, but I want to get the names kind of on there so that, like, even though I get it really close, you guys can actually like get this palette and then you can see what colors I'm actually using. So that was that's my thought process on that. I'm going to use it's just a real like matte transition shade. It is called SPF. It is, oh crap, this color here, that one. Brush dipping in that color. And I'm looking completely down in my mirror and I'm taking that color into my crease. I'm taking this all over, putting this all over my crease area, really getting in over by my nose, that inner crease spot, blowing it out on the edge. Okay, pretty, pretty, pretty. And now I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina collab, this collaboration, and I'm going in with the shade Pinker. This color here, maybe there it goes, Pinker. And this is the brush that I'm gonna use. This is a Morphe MB23 brush. Kind of closer to the lower half of my crease and outer edge. Such a pretty purple. Super pretty purple. I kind of just wanted like a purple hue going through the crease. And make sure that, like, when blending, that you're holding the brush towards the end of at the end, towards the end, you'll have a lighter, much lighter hand. Okay, that's what we're working with so far. I hope you guys can see that really well. And it looks wild on this outer edge, but we're gonna clean that up here soon. Now, last palette is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab. Really love this one. This one is the Bling Boss, the purple one. I'm doing Hush Hush is the shade, it's that one. And I like to use my finger for my lid colors, and this one's going right onto the lid. Oh, so pretty, look at that. Can you guys see that? You see? Put that all over your lid. So pretty. I did this the other day when I hung out with my friend, and I really wanted to film it because it came out so nice. Yay! Now I'm going to use that same brush that I did pinker with. Can you, if this thing focus, there we go. And I'm going to kind of just go along the edge here so that the colors kind of blend and it doesn't like awkwardly stop. A very gentle, light hand. And then I like to do just a little bit more, especially in the center, spacing. Just kind of tap over it a little bit with that brush. Because the goal is just to not let it look wild, okay? Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Love it. Okay, now we're gonna do eyeliner. I'm using the NYX Matte Eyeliner Focus. Yeah, girl. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a very small, tiny liner. I don't know, do I wanna wing it? So I'm gonna go ahead and wing this out, looking down still, not straight on. And I kind of want to just connect it there. Just like that. Oh, look at how cute it is. Oh, but that's how I like to do it. Look at how cute they are. Oh my gosh. I think one's thicker than the other, but I mean, is eyeliner supposed to match? Maybe. Probably. Mine doesn't. Now we're ready for face, guys. We are so ready for the face. The face is kind of one of my favorite parts of makeup. Oh my gosh, I mean, I love each process, but the face really gets me. It really gets me. I love doing complexion things. Now, what I'm gonna start with is priming my skin, and I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Maybe it'll, there it goes, right there, right there. And I'm going to use this, another Morphe brush, M449, and swirl it into the product. Now here's the reason why I'm using a brush. Typically I would use my finger, but I am so low on this product that I have to, like, look at how low I am on this. You can't even see it. You can't even see the product because I'm so low. So I use the brush because it can really like better get in there. And then I take my finger and I kind of just like press it into my skin. My skin type is oily. I have very oily skin. This is a really nice like all around sort of product that doesn't, like a little goes a long way. So you don't want to overdo it with this product because then your makeup's gonna look really weird. So I like this one because it kind of melts into my skin and it really does give the canvas a very silky feel to it. It's all in the title and it's really nice. Now, this is it's not newer product, but it's new to me. I mean, I've been using it like, I think it's been out maybe like 2 months and I've been using it about that time. So I guess, I don't know. It's new to my channel though. So this is the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation. It's a little more on the hydrating side of things, which is why I purchased it. I really wanted to test out what my skin is capable of because it is such an oily, like I have such oily skin, and that's what really inspired me to get it. Problem is that it is just a little bit on, like too much on the hydrating side. So I like to mix my foundations, and I'm going to mix it with my Maybelline SuperStay Full Coverage Foundation. Love this stuff. This is the good stuff. I mixed this. This is probably like this shade specifically is why I mixed this with so much. And this is in the shade 336 Warm Bronze. And I more so just really enjoy the shade of it. But it also is a very, 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 very mattifying foundation, which I also really like. But I like to mix it with this one because of the formula and the color. Like, it's a great match. Well, I just take this and I put it on the back of my hand. I do one full pump. Now, I'm gonna take this and I do kind of about half a pump, a little more than half. Not too much, but just enough. And I mix it with my finger and it comes out to kind of like that consistency. Oh yes, there it goes, there it goes. Okay. And I take it, and I put it on my face. Really, I only do that with my fingers so that I don't waste product. I can get the product on my face. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. small stippling brush. Looks like that. It's a really nice brush. Take it, and I like to just go ahead and go for it, kids. It is a stippling brush, so I try not to, like, you know, intense strokes. Just wanna kind of like circle it in. Try to make sure I really get my jawline and around my mouth, because that's where a lot of my like different skin tone, like I have it's darker around my mouth area than it is like anywhere else on me, which is highly annoying, but that's my skin. I do try to make sure I get just a little bit of product down here, and then I'll go in with my beauty blender to really blend it down my neck. Okay. And then on my nose, just take kind of whatever is like left over onto your nose. You don't need a whole bunch of product here. And kind of the same thing with my forehead. I just dab it in just a little bit more just to get my forehead so that there's something up there. But I try not to put a whole lot of product on my forehead anymore. I have these really intense lines up here that drive me crazy, and so I just want to make sure that everything like matches up. So now what I'm doing is I'm still using my brush, but I'm focusing the product in the spots that really need the coverage. So I have a lot of like acne scarring and pigmentation like along my cheeks. So I like to put on just a little bit more in those areas just to help cover a little bit more. Now, beauty blender, and I'm gonna just do like one dab. So that's what we're working with. And I'm gonna start on my chin. Work that in around my chin. And then now I'm gonna take it down my neck. Now we're gonna go up here. Up on the nose and everything. And then I'm not dipping back in to do my forehead. I'm just, whatever is left on the sponge or on the forehead is what we're using to go ahead and blend this out. So nice. So nice and pretty. So nice and pretty. Now it is contour time. I like to use the Makeup Revolution Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. That's the vibe. And then I use the shade C16. I put this on the back of my hand and I kind of make it large enough for my brush to kind of nicely fit in. And this is about all that I'm gonna need too, because it's a very pigmented thing. Now, I'm going in with that same e.l.f. Stippling brush, but I have two of them. So this was the one I used for my foundation, and this is a new one, like clean one, that's what I mean. Like a clean one. And I take this, dip it in, and then you want to go from the top of the ear, sort of, in a way. Top of the ear, stipple it in. Kind of just play with my mirror, or like I look in the mirror sort of thing, and I kind of figure out, is that enough coverage that I'm wanting? If not, then I do more. But for now, I'm gonna go to the other side, and I bring it right to where like everything meets, kind of like right at my smile lines. That's how close I bring it in. That's why you smile. You want to put it kind of just underneath where the apple of your cheek is, but also kind of blend it in. So I blend it upward. You never want to blend down because then you'll look crazy. And I kind of just run it along my hairline. I'm going to do actual like concealing under my eyes. It's time to like bring some life to the face. Okay, we're done sculpting. It's time to bring the life back. So I'm doing the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer again. This is a different color. This is in the shade Deep Cinnamon. Yeah, Deep Cinnamon. That's the color. And this is a really nice like sort of transition shade. And then I'm gonna be working really fast. So let me actually tell you everything that I'm doing. So I'm gonna do this shade Deep Cinnamon along the outer portions of my eye, and then smile lines, and then just a touch on my forehead, just a little bit. Again, minimal product on the forehead. And then I'm gonna take the Tan Sand color. That was the same shade I used on my eyes. I'm putting this directly underneath my eyes, the inner corners here, and then just a dab on my forehead, and then a line down my nose. This is a very matte, very matte concealer, so I try to move fast. So that's why I wanted to explain it before I did it, because I'm gonna be moving really fast and I'm gonna trip myself up trying to say it all while I'm doing it. So now I'm going to take my NYX Matte Finish Spray. If it'll focus, move fast. There we go. Beauty blender, and I'm gonna spray the beauty blender. The beauty sponge. I'm gonna spray my beauty sponge, okay? I'm gonna use a little pointy end of it, and I'm gonna start off with all these center pieces. So my smile lines, I'm blending in first. And then my nose, forehead, because there's like hardly any product on my forehead, so it's gonna dry really fast. This product is so fast. You ain't got a whole lot of time, okay? This eye, underneath. And that more skin tone color helps to tone down that tan sand, that lighter color. And then I'm gonna make sure this is the time when you clean up this outer rim area. Everything is nice and blended, and you see it just brings back all the life back into my skin. I look so pretty. I look so pretty. Now I'm ready for my powder. Again, I'm still moving very fast. So I'm doing the Fenty Beauty powder. That's dirty as all get out. Yeah, that's dirty. In the shade Honey. Same brush that I use for my eyes to set my eyes. This is the e.l.f. highlighting brush again. But again, I like to use this as powder, and I go right in with my under eye first because that's where creasing will start. This is the first layer of powder that I'm gonna do. Do it just like this. I get it all over my chin. Start with this powder first because the next powder that I'm gonna use is really like, it's really like a white based powder. I don't know, it's a brightening powder really. And you see I skipped over my under space here, and I just did smile lines, just kind of the center of my face is all that I started with. Now I'm gonna do my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is like, this packaging is a little on the rough side for me. I don't know how it broke the way that it did. Like, it's literally broken right here. I don't know what happened, but I now can't like shimmy it out the way that I want to, like the product, without it getting everywhere. So again, same brush right here. And this one I'm gonna focus it here. Now, if you have seen some of my past videos, I typically was using a lot of, I was baking for the most part, and I kind of don't bake anymore. This is kind of what I do. Forehead, for sure. Just kind of whatever's left over goes on my chin. Now, I'm looking wild again, but it's okay, okay? It's not gonna stay that way. We're gonna brush away all that powdered eyebrows. This is a new product for me that I'm gonna try, but I am gonna skip over showing you doing my eyebrows because it's so boring. but I did want to just show the product a little bit. This is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. It's probably been out a long time, but this is new for me. I wanted to try something new for my brow products, but again, I'm skipping over all of this. So brows are on. I'm going to use this Morphe brush. I know that it's from Morphe. I don't know what set this is, but it came with a whole set of brushes. So that's the best way that I can really describe that. So we're gonna go back with the Aina collab palette in that same color pinker. Do that color on the lower lash line. I actually need to be looking up, so let me go this way. And get right up in that lash line. I like to make sure that I drag this down a little bit because my eyes are just really, they're shaped really funny. So when I smile, the lower lash line color kind of disappears. So I like to pull this down a little bit, but by all means, understand your eye shape so that you may or may not have to do that. Now, I'm going to take a clean brush. This is by Ruby Kisses, RK by Kiss, the tapered eyeshadow. Take a clean brush and I'm going to hit up the smallest little dab back into that SPF color in this palette, the 35G palette. That same transition color that we used originally. I'm going to take the smallest little dab. It's gonna be like a boop. Where is it? Boop. That's all I'm doing. Just a little bit. And I'm tapping it off. And I'm going to take that and put it right on this outer edge because you want to blend all that together. But I didn't want to go in with just like a completely clean brush because it's gonna awkwardly remove the product and I don't want to do that. Just want to blend everything all together. See? Pretty, see the differences? So pretty. Okay, shaping the face. We're now back on the face. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty. This is another dirty ass product, but Fenty Beauty, I'm gonna show you the back of it because it looks better. Coco Naughty, what is it? Stalk'r bronzer. I don't know the name of it, but this is what I'm using to do my nose. Just wanna make sure you can see it. Now I'm going to do my Morphe M527 brush. Big ass fluffy brush. I've been using these brushes for a very, very, very long time. I'm going to take this and again, I'm holding it at the very tip and this is going to go right along here. Now we're going to do blush. Again, another Morphe brush, part of that set that I don't know the name of. This is a very fluffy-ish brush with the Shayla and Colourpop collection under construction. That's the shade, super pretty for my skin tone. Just a little bit of blush, okay? Now we're ready to dust away all of that powder. That's the giant chromodome. I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Bacon Blot again. This is that Banana Deep shade. Gonna get some of that. Now we're gonna take this all over the face. We're gonna go back with the NYX Matte Finishing Spray again. I like to hold my head back. You're gonna see right up my nose. Let me turn this side. But I like to tilt my head back and spray the product kind of so that it doesn't, not spraying it directly, like literally at my face, but more so kind of like into the air, and then it just kind of like drops down. Now we're ready for highlight, you guys. I'm so hyped for the highlight. We're gonna do the 35G Bronze Goals again. I'm going to use Paradise is what this is called. That one right there. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab JH41. And that one, I'm gonna dip it right there. This is going to be my inner corner highlighting shade. It's so pretty. But yes, there we are. Now we're gonna do some base highlight. I'm going to mix again. I just love mixing things. This is Precious Petals by Wet n Wild highlighting powder. That's the color there. That's the package. And then I'm doing Maybelline Master Chrome here. There's the focus, okay. I'm using my Morphe Y14. That is the brush, come on, there it goes. And then right at the top, my nose, a little bit. I'm holding this at the tip, at the very end of the brush. And then we got Cupid's bow. Now we're ready for mascara. This is also a newish product for me. I know it's been out a long time, but this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I've never used this before, but there's another L'Oreal Voluminous mascara that I thoroughly enjoy, but I wanted to try something new. So I got this one. Very pretty. That's the packaging. There is that. Now we are ready for almost our last step here. We are going to do lips. It's gonna be so pretty. Okay, this is the Colourpop and Makeupshayla collab again in BFF3. Start in the center and work my way out. That's on. Now I'm gonna do just a little bit of this because it is very, very, very pigmented and I kind of want it to be a more natural-ish color. This is Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Hazelnut Hypnotizer. I'm only gonna do just a little bit. And I'm gonna do like daddy sort of thing. Okay. And you just wanna put it on until you're like pleased with how it looks. And now we're gonna do a gloss. I'm gonna go with Artist Couture Uncensored 2.0. Very cool shade-ish sort of color. And right over top of all of that. This is it. I just grabbed a little headscarf and I made it really, like I folded it up and then I tied it in the back along to the side. This is a vibe. This is it. That's what we're working with, kids. Yeah, do we like? I am gonna go take some pictures and sit outside while the sun is out and gorgeous and hopefully not too cold. I think it's gonna be about 70 degrees today and maybe I'll clean up my house a little bit, but this is it. Yeah, I'm gonna go take some pictures. And I hope you guys have a great day. And be sure to follow me on all of my social media. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. And that's it. You're already on my YouTube, so here we are. I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderfully blessed day.